This is what I think what happened to Amy Bradley, y'all. I honestly feel like she was kidnapped, bro. I dead ass think she was. I mean, I've heard stories that maybe she was drunk and, you know, she was out partying until 5 something in the morning, but I don't know. Something tells me that she wasn't. She didn't just vomit and, you know, by accident fell out, or that she committed suicide. Though suicide, I honestly could see. Suicide, honestly, like, at first I was kind of like, why would she? Like, she looked like she was happy in the cruise, but, you know, like you see in this picture, you would think that, you know, she did not have any suicidal thoughts, like, but you never know what's going on in someone's head, right? You never really know, especially when you see the letter that she wrote before, like, going on the cruise, like, to that ex-girlfriend that she cheated on, right? That said, like, oh, something, I don't remember what it said, but it was something about the ocean. It's like, it sounded kind of like she was hinting to the ex-girlfriend that she might have had suicidal thoughts, that she thought of throwing herself in the ocean, that she felt bad about what happened with the girlfriend, with the ex-girlfriend, which I find kind of interesting in a bad way, because, like, you know, obviously, like, it's interesting that, you know, that she said that, you know what I'm saying? It's like, what if she did have suicidal thoughts and, you know, like, she just ended up throwing herself out? Like, you know, maybe she didn't mean to actually kill herself, but she had, like, an impulsive thought when she was drunk to kill herself. You know what I'm saying? That she just, like, felt like ending it all, because the parents, at least, especially in the 90s, but her parents were not as accepting of, you know, her sexuality. You know, her parents were, they loved her and all, but they were not as accepting, you know what I'm saying, of what she was sexually, which is honestly a possibility. I would not argue against someone if that's what they think. However, with what I think actually happened is that, you know, she got honestly involved in a sex trafficking situation, that she was targeted, as y'all know, that there was men flirting with her, hitting on her, that whole trip, that whole cruise ship. For some odd reason, she was that main girl that all the guys in the ship were into, you know, like Yellow, the guy who played the in the band, and, you know, other man, like, they even stole her own photo, like, from, like, the place where the photos are in the cruises, like, that you pay, and, like, you know, they have it, like, in the Lido deck, if I'm not mistaken. Like, I don't remember well, but, like, it's definitely near, like, the entrance of the cruise ship. When you enter, like, they have, like, that section there that you get the photos and stuff. And, like, honestly feel like she was alive for some years, but they killed her off after, like, 6 or 7 years after. You know, you see those photos in the internet that they posted her 7 years after the fact, from, like, 2005. They posted that picture of her, that looked disturbing. In my personal opinion, this looked really disturbing and stuff. And I honestly have the theory that she was alive. You know, she was alive for some years, but notice the last sighting was in 2005. I honestly think they killed her off because she was useless to them now. You know what I'm saying? Like, when in 2005, if I'm not mistaken, when this photo was taken, which I believe it's her. You know, many people believe that's the case. I think this is her. It literally looks like her. I think they killed her off because they thought she was useless at that point.